You cut your hair.
No, I didn't.
Uh,
Go check out my live I did this morning. It talks about my hair. Anyway, so we are not here to talk about hair. We are here to be well, maybe hair would fall into this too. Who the hell knows? 1 second. Let's see if that's him letting me know what he's doing. He's coming. Okay, that's okay. Anyway, so we are here today to be accountable, and our main topic is trusting our soul's purpose. So as we wait for Nick to hop in, what I'd like the two of you to do is write down on your paper what your soul's purpose is. And now if you don't know what that is, write down what you think it is, because chances are that's what it is. When you're done writing, you just sort of put your pen down and look up, so I know you're done. Okay. Next question that probably be a lot easier to answer is, how much time do you spend in your soul's purpose? Okay. Next question. How much time would you like to spend in your soul's purpose?
I'm here. I'm here. There we go.
Hey, Nick.
Hey.
Just hang in there with us, and you'll be able to catch up and catch on in just a second. Are you both done with the third question? Okay. So now we're going to do a little conversation. So Nick can catch on and catch up with us. So in regards to soul's purpose, Lisa, what is your soul's purpose?
I put to help people through physical therapy and Mary Kay.
Excellent. Irene, what's your soul's purpose?
Supporting women in their healing journey, providing the tools of empowerment for them, and creating generational blessings.
Excellent. Excellent. Nick, do you need a minute or can you jump right into that?
My soul's purpose.
Yes. What is your soul's purpose?
I think my I'm trying to word it, like formulate it into words, but my soul's purpose feels like keeping people informed. It's very vague, but keeping people informed and up to date in vital ways to allow them to live safely and securely
In their homes?
in their homes, in their jobs, in their cities. It's not just real estate, it's also informing about local policies and latest ideas and issues going on.
Okay,
So-
good, good. So while I go back to Lisa, you can just sort of formulate that so it makes more sense for you. Lisa, how much time are you spending in your soul's purpose?
Right now for physical therapy, at least 50 hours a week, and Mary Kay 20 hours a week.
Okay, so while I go over to Irene, only because I know a little bit about your history, what I'd like you to do in regards to the physical therapy portion of it, how much of that time is actually your time that you're actually truly appreciating and valuing as opposed to what I know about you? Okay, so just sit with that for a second. Okay. And Irene, how about you? How much time are you spending in your soul's purpose?
I didn't put a number to it. I said, not much. I feel like it's always added into my schedule after everything else is added, and then whatever space is left over. I would like to change that to about like 6 to 7 hours a day, where that's the first thing and my main source.
Got it.
It was
Got
like
it.
that for a while, but right now in this like last 2 months, it's not like that. And I feel the difference.
Got it, which basically you answered the third question too, which is how much
Yeah.
time would you like to spend? So you already answered that one. And
Mhm.
Nick, for you, how much time are you spending in your soul's purpose?
I think I spend only a few hours a day currently in that purpose. And I think as I was writing this, I felt kind of like, oh, this is definitely my purpose, but also not the majority of the time I spend doing.
Okay, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna track back to Lisa. What was that, Irene?
Well, based on what Nick just said, it's like it's our purpose, but it's not the priority.
Yeah.
In real life, which bothers me.
Uh-huh. Which again, that's the main reason why we're all here in regards to that accountability of recognizing that let's first define what each of us believe is a soul's purpose. Like what is, for Nick, what do you feel a soul's purpose is?
I think a soul's purpose is the reason you're here, the reason that you were put here at this time in this place.
Yeah, I think Nick pretty much summed it up, but let's see what others have to say. Lisa, for you, what's your definition of soul's purpose?
Yeah, I agree with Nick, and I also think it's it's how you impact the world around you, and what
Excellent.
drives you,
Excellent. And Irene, for you?
Definitely agree with Nick and Lisa, and I think reconnecting to that contract that we signed before coming to Earth, before being born, and like what we said we were going to do when we got here and forgot once we came out.
Yeah, yes. I love how Irene and I are always on the same words. I mean, literally, she and I are literally on the same words because I'm going to use the same word she just used. For me, soul's purpose is our contract. every one of us who have been called to be here on earth, we're given a purpose. We're giving a job by God. You know, whether we want to use the word God, can we all use the word God here today? Okay,
Yes.
well, just so we can just narrow down to one, but for those who might be watching this later, whatever they want to choose as the higher power. But we all were given a job to do, to fulfill in this lifetime. Now, I think some of the reasons why, at least for me, to why I may not be coming fully into my purpose as I feel I should, you know, and just to track back just for a second, up until maybe the last 5 years, I was fully in my soul's purpose. And then of course my soul's purpose expanded and tripped me up a little bit, because now it's at a point on, okay, so what I thought was my soul's purpose has expanded to being something so much bigger. And now it's me about having to really put my energy out there to teach people. And the better word is literally trying to change people's mindsets about a specific industry, and then being able to find my target audience so I can actually work with. So that tripped me up, where now threw me off course. And for myself, being that I was thrown off course, now set in, and we might want to write some of these words down because it might apply to you as well, set in insecurity, set in doubt, set in worth, my value. And here was a really big question that I kept hearing myself say, why me for this purpose? Why me? Why am I the one to do this? Which is comes back into that whole process of judging myself. And then, like I said, leaning in and recognizing that here I am trying to change, and I'm sure you all know, trying to change the industry, the health and fitness industry. You know, that's a big friggin' mountain to have to climb. And I sit back and I'm like, why? Like, what made me be the one to do this? But again, up until 5 years ago, personal trainer was what I was doing, living life in that space, loving what I was doing, enjoying just helping people sort of reshape their body and look good in their body. And then 5 years ago, it was like this whole big shift for me. So recognizing that God has a plan, and we may not feel as though we're qualifiable to fulfill the plan that God has for us. But that's also where this journey is. You know, a part of our plan, and something I also heard too, a part of this plan is that God is also teaching us to value ourselves, trust. And that's a big one. And that's the title of this accountability, trusting. And the minute we stop trusting, we're literally not trusting the person who created us. That's a big thing. And I just got chills when I said that. I don't know about you guys, but I just got like major chills right now. It's like, whoo, you know, and being able to value who we are and what we bring to the table. And when I say value, it's not just about monetary value, but about what we're bringing to the table to educate and help somebody. Because there is somebody out there, there's one person, at least one person out there for each and every one of us to do what we're here to do. And then that one person multiplies to be a second person, a third person, a fourth person. There's always going to be somebody here for what we're here to do. Otherwise, God would not have given us this purpose. So now that we all know what soul's purpose means for each and every one of us, what is the thing that's taking up a majority of your time that is blocking you from your soul's purpose? And you might want to write it down. You know, what is the thing? You know, the job. What is it? The job, or is it a thought? Is it an emotion that's connected? Lisa, for you, what is the thing or that is blocking you from your soul's purpose?
Well, primarily my not so 9 to 5 job, more like 9 to 9 job. And self-doubt, lack of trust, no faith.
So yours is self-doubt, lack of trust, and no faith.
Yeah, primarily.
Okay. Irene, for you?
Sorry, I went on mute because I started sneezing like crazy.
It's okay.
I think that the biggest block right now is the part-time job I took on, which was part of my purpose, but very quickly changed when the reality of the job hit. And just like the fear of lack of money, because I have to support 2 children. If it was just me, I wouldn't give a shit. I'll eat ramen all day and do what I got to do, spiritual wise, but that's not the case,
Got it. And that's a big one when we think about the fear of lack of money. Because when we think of the word lack and we connect it to money, we can actually just eliminate the word money for just a minute. And we have fear of lack. Because the universe doesn't just hear it as money. The universe hears as fear of lack, not having enough of anything. So that not just sends into your actual soul's purpose, but it sends out to everything. Because again, the universe doesn't just say, okay, she's just focused on money here. Universe just hears this lack, not having enough. And that's deep when we think about it, not having enough. So, and Nick, for you?
There you go. Well, money's a big part of it, but I also think it's insecurity. I think what Lisa said is true for me. A lot of insecurity that maybe I don't have the knowledge that I need, so I spend a lot of time seeking it, and then I kind of get lost in wormholes when I seek it, where it's like, well, I don't know enough about, let's say, the education system in this specific neighborhood, so I'm going to look up, on research. And then all of a sudden, I just spent 2 hours about the history of the namesake of the local school or something, and so I end up falling into these weird trivia wormholes that just eat up so much of my time. And it's really about, I guess, that the big thing in that is focus. What am I here to learn? What do I need to know? And then just take it and move on. And I think the other part of it is that I get very caught up, and I think this is a pandemic related thing, in current events where I'm afraid that if I walk away from any kind of information, source for more than 5 minutes, I'm going to come back and the world's going to be on fire. And so, I've many times in the last couple of years just tried to step away and not get involved. Every time I feel like I walk back, I've missed 100 things and everything is upside down. And so now I become very obsessed with knowing what's going on. And so, I'm able to sort of I've started to sort of balance it a little bit better than I used to, where I can keep a source of information on in the background and not have to be obsessed with it and do my work and get things done and move forward. But that fear of, I guess, everything going off the rails without me knowing it is there. But it's weird because I can't control it anyway. So I don't know why. I think it has to do a lot about. I think it ties into me wanting to be informed. Right? I feel like I need to know everything.
Yes,
what's going on? I need to know everything. I need to know it now. And
exactly. So in reference, in reference to Nick's case, and I've been saying this a lot to a lot of people, and easier for me to say it because I really do not indulge in the news at all. And one of the reasons why I do not indulge in the news at all is, well, many reasons, but the first reason is that I myself can do absolutely nothing to change what's going on in the world. What I can do, and I shouldn't say I can't do anything, but what I can do is I can send out a lot of love and light and healing to the world. And that's all I can do. And then let it go. Because if we get caught up in what's going on in the world, just as Nick is saying, we get distracted because we feel like, well, if we step away from the current events, the world's going to go on fire. And reality of it all is, it's not. It's not going to go on fire. And if there is things going on, I truly believe, and this might be a really hard pill to digest, but I truly believe that everything that is taking place in this world right now is happening for us. There is a bigger reason to why all of this is taking place. And when we can look at that with a different set of eyes and recognize that maybe for right now, it's not our job to know why something is taking place. So because it's not our job to know why do we allow it to take up so much of our energy in our mind and literally stop us from doing what we're here to do? And I think that's a big part of everything we're all discussing right now, in reference to our insecurities, our doubt, our lack of trust, fear, and really recognizing that this is our soul's purpose. And I stole this statement from Irene, and because I loved it. She was actually doing a live, I think 2 weeks ago, and I heard her say that she needed a plan B just in case plan A didn't work. Now,
That was our conversation on the phone.
oh, was it a conversation on the phone? I could have sworn you said you had it in a live, and then we had a conversation about it, but okay. And when she had said that, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so we need a plan B in case plan A doesn't work, but plan A came from God. How's that really sitting with us? Plan A is not going to work because we're not working. That's why plan A doesn't work, because we're not working. We're so busy not trusting, doubting, and in fear of our purpose not working, that we're literally taking all our time and energy and applying it to something so we can have this thing called money. And I'm going to put it in quotes, what we call false security. When we have a 9 to 5 and it's giving us a weekly paycheck or however we get paid, that's false security. And if anything we learned in the last 2 years is just that, how many people, and I'm sure each and every one of us can probably name about 5, if not more, have actually lost their job due to the pandemic because either the job itself completely closed and that person is no longer working. And they relied on that job as their security for their future, for their retirement. And now they don't have that job. It's called false security. God did not give us a purpose for us to lean on false security. Our purpose was designed for us to live in prosperity. Prosperity. And when we can move into that space of trusting it and really trusting it and knowing that we don't need a plan B, and I fall under it too. So just to let you know that, I'm not innocent from this neither. I mean, I would, when I was chatting with Irene a couple of weeks ago, I was literally in the process of filling out a job application. And when when her and I said that, she literally put me in pause because I was like, oh shit, oh, wait a minute. I'm falling into this plan B because why? Because I'm not trusting my soul's purpose right now. And I give every excuse in the world. Oh, we have a pandemic. There's not enough people in the gym. Da, 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 da. But then that's doubt. And these are things that prevent us from being in our soul's purpose. So here's the accountability. Here's the accountability. For each of you, for now to the next time we meet, which is theoretically next Friday, and you can write this down, then we'll share it because accountability is really great when we share it. What is the one thing you can do starting, let's say, Monday, since most of us don't work on the weekends, from Monday going forward till next Friday? What is one thing you can do to step into your soul's purpose this week? And just write that down. And as you're writing, if I can share something while you're writing, if it doesn't disturb you, sometimes I get a little annoyed when someone's talking while I'm thinking. But anyway, I was following this live the other night, and this gentleman, he's a warrior strategist, and he has amazing ideas. And something he suggested that all entrepreneurs should do, and I think it's a great idea, is going live twice a week and talking about what it is you do and the audience you're looking for. Letting your audience know what it is you do. And doing that twice a week on a consistent basis. Because you may know what you do, and you may have a certain amount of people that follow you, and they become your friends. And after a while, your friends can only purchase things but for so long, and then eventually they have everything possible that you're selling. So you need a new audience. So I think it's really important to start doing twice a week lives and creating graphs to go with your live. So this way here, as you've done your live, you can then post a graphic on Facebook, letting people know what you're doing and promoting your service, letting your people know. Here's my website, go to my website. This is what I offer. And doing that, just and being consistent about it. So it's not like me where, you know, I'll go and do a live promoting my service and then I don't promote my service for 3 weeks. It has to be consistent, because that's what people are. People need to see it. Oh, it's like advertising. If you only advertise one time in a magazine and expect to get people to purchase, they're gonna see that advertisement and then they're gonna put it down. But if they see that advertisement the next week, they're like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember that advertisement from last week. And they see it again. Oh, that's right. The third or fourth time may be when they decide to reach out to you, because it's now in their head. But if you only show up once in a blue moon, it's never going to be in their head. So that's what I would definitely recommend to start off with, is twice a week, and you choose whatever days. On an astrology point of view, these are the 3 days that are really great for advertising, promoting, plugging, etc. And those 3 days are Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. And reason being, Tuesdays are ruled by Mars. Mars is the planet of action. Wednesdays are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication, networking, brainstorming, connecting. Thursdays are ruled by Jupiter, expansion and gifts. So you might actually want to set out your plugs. Like, let's say Thursday might be the day that you're offering a service with a gift. And you don't have to discount your services. That goes back into the value. You don't have to discount your service to promote a gift. And we could talk about that separately if need be. So accountability. Since we have about a little less than 9 minutes to go, Lisa, what would you like to do this week to be accountable for?
Well, I want to be more consistent in attracting new people. So I gave myself a goal of 5 new people or referrals. And I like the idea of those going lives. I've been thinking of that in my head, because I listen to a lot of podcasts like your virtual upline and things like that. And they were suggesting the same thing.
Oh yeah. I think that's a big thing right now. It's like we gotta be visible. We gotta be visible. Excellent.
Yeah.
So 5 leads, 5 referrals for you by next Friday. Yes.
Yes.
All right. We're gonna be on you.
Okay.
Irene, how about for you?
I've been consistently posting every day, and I made like a schedule of each day something different, but you know, like so my oils, talk about waist piece, whatever I do each day. But I'm not going live enough. Like I'll do a quick video and post a video, because then I can edit it. I can like fix it while I'm on the subway or something, but I'm not going live. So I'll go live twice this week. And I said, oh, and given my 2 weeks notice.
It's so funny. And then we'll get to Nick. I was getting was hearing that message that somebody in this group was going to mention that. And to be all honest, I really thought Lisa was going to be the one to say that, but okay. Sorry.
I'm
Lisa.
thinking it, but
Yeah, because that's been something that Lisa and I have been working on energetically for her. But I'm so grateful and excited for Irene that that's what she's going to be doing. What are you giving a 2-week notice to?
The postpartum doula work I'm doing
Okay,
with the
excellent.
family, because it's more like a nanny, and I don't want, I stopped teaching because I don't want to be completely surrounded by children, because I have my own children,
Yes.
and I don't want to take up too much time, but I've been doing a lot of like inner child work. And as a child, I was always taking care of my sibling,
Yes.
and that's been my adult. And when I'm around a lot of children, I cannot be creative when I'm alone because I'm giving all of my energy. So I need to just
Yes.
cut it.
Excellent.
I love it though. I love, I'm always around kids and I love them, and that's part of the work I do, but I just need to do it differently.
Exactly. And I wanted you to share that, because sometimes we need to know why we are going to be stepping out of something, because if we're just stepping out of it thinking whatever it is, but when we really understand the why, then that makes it so much more powerful to why you want to do. And Lisa, keeping that in mind, to write down your why, to why you'd want to step out of your job. Okay. And Nick, for you, what's your accountability for this week?
Well, I'm in a weird position because I'll be on vacation this week.
Yes,
but,
I know.
You get a lot done.
But I thought I could tie in my vacation to the soul's purpose, because I think, since it's more of a broad purpose, I think my goal is to do at least some live hits from vacation, and figure out how to tie it into my clients, and also spend part of my morning, because I do spend, when I'm on vacation, sometimes in the morning I'm just not doing anything, just doing really soft outreach to clients, just being like, hey, how's everything going? Nothing more serious than that.
Okay,
then,
so for you, it's a matter of just networking to connect with your current clients, yes?
Yes, yeah, not
Okay.
anything new. And just like, hey, how's it going? Let's talk when I get back, and then that's it. But I think also I want to keep my social media active, because the last time that I did it on vacation, which of course was before the pandemic, I did get business out of it.
Excellent, 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 excellent. And for me, my accountability for this week, although I'm not going to be as bold as Lisa, she's looking to get 5. I'm going to focus on getting 2. Just 2 for this week. Is 2 clients that's going to be signing up for my body and soul transformation program, which will allow me to really step into that new purpose that God has given me. And I still sit there and say, what the hell was he thinking? But anyway, so that's my accountabilities. And I actually started doing that last night. I already posted something in regards to it. I have an upper hand because, I'm doing a birthday celebration. So, but that's my accountability. What I'd also like the 3 of you to do, if you're not already, is to friend each other on Facebook, so you can connect and support each other as well. And, just support is really important, and right now, the 3 of you have 3 new friends, that you can share what you do, and, let your friends know, like, hey, you know what, Irene has these amazing waist beads and she does essential oils, and Lisa's a Mary Kay consultant and also a physical therapist. Nick does real estate and journalists. Nick is the one that's going to edit anything we need to work on. He's the one that does all my editing for my articles, so he's the go-to. So 3 new friends you have. So this is
in real
amazing.
estate.
Yes, he does real estate. Yes.
I'll be hitting you up, Nick, because it's actually
he can
been
find you your new home. Yes.
Yeah, like that's actually been coming to my mind as another like part-time job, but I know nothing about it, so I'll hit you up on the side.
Yes. See, this is what this is about, and let your friends know about this group, because I'm sure there's more than just 4 of us who are in a space where we're not trusting our soul's purpose, and that we need to know that there's others out there that can support us and help us be accountable for what it is we're looking to do, so we can eventually lean into our soul's purpose 100% and not think we need a plan B, because if we're exerting our energy in plan B, we don't have enough energy for our purpose. We're too tired. We're too tired of being our soul's purpose. Our soul's purpose takes 100% of our energy, which is why it's our soul's purpose. It's going to take 100% of our energy. So if we're giving 50% of our energy to a plan B, we don't have 100% to give to purpose. And then that throws in a lot of self-doubt, because then we don't feel valuable in our purpose. And I could see our higher power looking down at us saying, what the hell are you doing? Like, what do we need to do to get you where you need to be? And do you really want to have to come back and do your soul's purpose in another lifetime? Do you really want to? Yeah, these are the conversations that I have with all my angels, where they're like, what are you doing? What is the problem? But yes, so we all have work to do this week. We'll all be back here. Now, again, if you can't make next Fridays, that's fine. It's recorded. And if you can, that's great. And invite your friends to come join us too. And my mission and the Todd's mission, because he's my co-host, is to offer this every week, every Friday, for 6 to 8 weeks. And then eventually it's going to go bi-weekly. So every other week. And then once we got our shit in order, then we're going to do once a month, because I think at that point we won't need that constant. But we're in the last 1 minute. So with all that being said, I'd like to thank you for being here with me and, you know, being vulnerable today and sharing and knowing that we're all in this together.
Thank you.
All
Lisa,
right.
what's your last name? I'm looking for you on Facebook.
Oh, nice. And what's your last name? Because I know
Rodriguez.
Nick's. Okay. All
Nice,
right. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, like have a nice day.
That's cool.
Yes.
I found
Thank
you.
you.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Oh, we're
great.
friends already.
Oh, we
Okay.
are? Okay.
Well, now
I'll send you
that
the-
now that you know what you look like, that's a great thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
if any of you want to hop on again, I'm going to be meeting with the Todd on the same link. So if you want to hop back on, you're welcome to join us. It's up to you. All
All
right.
right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.